Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the part 2 of the lady that stopped being friends with her friend because she was a cheater. Her cheating character destroyed 3 marriages and she stopped being friends with her. So let's continue the story.
Story time on how my best friend cheated on her husband and wrecked not one, not two, but 3 marriages. Therefore, I stopped being friends with her and cut her off. This is part 2. If you want to see part 1, click on the comment right here. And now that our husbands are gone, things start getting very interesting with Jezebel. She invited me on a girls' night out to the casino. For this specific outing, Jezebel told me that it was going to be a group of female coworkers and myself. The night of the event, Jezebel comes to pick me up, and as I'm getting in the car, I notice that there's a man in the car. As I'm introducing myself to all these people, Jezebel tells me that that man is her coworker, and I said, I thought it was supposed to be a girls' night. And I think I ruined the mood by saying that because the car was silent. So then we get to the casino, and we had the best time. It was so much fun. And of course, everyone was drinking except me, so I drove everyone home. By this time, it's 2 in the morning, and I noticed that the female coworkers fell asleep, except for Jezebel and the man. As I'm driving and looking at the rearview mirror, I could see Jezebel leaning her head on that man's shoulder like this. I could also see like their arms touching and them just like giggling and laughing. And I'm just like, then I drop off the other female coworkers who had given me their addresses. And now it's just me, Jezebel, and the man. So I ask him, what's your address so I can drop you off? And immediately Jezebel says she's going to drop me off first and that she was going to drop off the man herself. She explained how they lived closer to each other because the man lived on base and how my house was way out of the way. And I pretty much just said, okay. After that, I don't hear from Jezebel for about 2 days. And then she comes to visit me and tells me that she slept with that man that night. I was very surprised to hear this from Jezebel. I never thought she would do something like that. So I asked the golden question. Jezebel, is that man married or in a relationship? And then Jezebel says, yes, he is. He's married, he has a wife and 2 children. I was so freaking mad at.
And to be honest, I understand where this woman is coming from because her husband cheated on her. Her military husband cheated on her with a co-worker. So that means Jezebel is doing the same thing her husband did to her. So I totally understand where she's coming from. But the people that are calling her names for being this like this are saying, oh, she's a pick me. Like, so would you want that to happen to you? Ha. Like, I understand where she's coming from. And mind you, she was even yet to find out her husband was cheating at this time. So that means, like I told you guys, if you have seen that first video, she gives this vibe like she's a good person. And I know my spirit is speaking of that she's a good person. So before she even found out her husband was cheating, she was already a good person. So she's not even attacking Jezebel because her husband did it to her, because her husband was here to cheat on, or she was here to find out her husband was cheating. I don't know if that makes sense.
This girl, like, I questioned so much why she did this. How could you? He has a wife. His wife has a right to know. How would you feel if it was you? But of course,
Yeah.
Jezebel doesn't have empathy. And she says, don't worry, his wife is never going to find out. She's never going to know because we did it at my house. And then I said, what about your husband, Jezebel? Your husband loves you so much. Like, oh, literally, I said so much. I'm going to spare you the details of that long conversation. Towards the end of.
This is one thing I don't understand. Married people that disrespect their marital home, that bring in outsiders to come and sleep on, and you're sleeping with that person on your matrimonial bed. Like, how sick can you be? How disrespectful can you be? It's one thing to do it outside, to do it in a hotel or somewhere that is not your matrimonial home. I don't understand that level of disrespect and disregard. Ah,
The conversation, I said this to her. As a friend, I cannot support or encourage this because all I can think about is your husband and then that other wife. You're literally destroying 2 families. Now tell me this, Jezebel, is this an affair that you're planning to continue? And she says, I really want to see where things go. I really like him. His wife doesn't have to know. My husband doesn't have to know. I really don't want to cut him off. And at this point, she's crying. So I said, well, you got 2 options. You either cut this shit off or I'm going to tell your husband and I'm going to tell his wife because they have a right to know. And then at that moment, she agreed to cut it off. I saw her send a text message where she goes into
Hmm.
detail about why they shouldn't be together and that if they continued the affair, I was going to tell his wife and Jezebel's husband. And I'm not going to lie, I felt an immense amount of guilt knowing this information. I didn't know if I should have found my way to figure out who his wife was and then tell her, because I'm someone who believes that everyone has a right to know that they're being cheated on, no matter the situation. And yes, eventually all of these people did find out that their spouses cheated on them, just not at this specific timeline in the story. So during this time, I'm really disappointed in my friend. I really feel like I don't know who she is anymore. There was also a part of me who no longer wanted to associate with her, but I loved her so much.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I could help her. Maybe I could teach her. Maybe she could turn this whole thing around. Maybe we could start going to church. Maybe, I guess that's just the fixer upper in me, honestly. I used to be the kind of person that always wanted to go out of my way to fix broken people until I grew up, my frontal lobe developed, and then I learned that that wasn't my job. That is a journey they have to navigate on their own. But let's continue with the story,
True.
because you're not going to believe how much worse it gets. So more time goes by and I'm still friends with Jezebel. Jezebel's still my best friend at this time, but I also start making other friends who are military spouses, until one day one of my friends invites me to a barbecue at her house. She also tells me that I could bring any other girlfriends that I have because my friend wanted to make new friends. Let's call her Lizzie. So Jezebel and I show up to Lizzie's house, and Lizzie introduces us to her other friends who are there and her husband and her children. After the barbecue was over, Jezebel and I went home and life went on, until I get a phone call from my friend Lizzie. And Lizzie is crying on the phone telling me how she's going through a divorce because she found out that her husband was having an affair with a female coworker. For some context, Lizzie's husband is in the military. Lizzie is crying. She's devastated. She found out that her husband has been having this affair for weeks, but my friend Lizzie didn't know the girl's name. She only had the last name, because when Lizzie went through her husband's phone, he has saved the contact information as the girl's last name, which is very common in the military. People address each other by their last name. And when Lizzie tells me the last name, I literally fall out of my chair, because that last name, even though
Oh.
it was common, also matched Jezebel's last name. But Lizzie didn't know Jezebel's last name. Remember, Lizzie and Jezebel met each other at the barbecue, but there was never an
That's so
exchange
cute.
of last names. So when I hear her say that last name, I'm literally panicking inside. I'm literally freaking out, because if you remember, I was the one who introduced Jezebel to Lizzie and her husband. But let's not get ahead of ourselves,
Ah.
because maybe it's not that Jezebel. Maybe there's another Jezebel. And after I was done with that conversation, I called Jezebel. I said, please be honest. Is this the man you're with? Is that you? And Jezebel said, no, it's not me. She denied, and denied ever being with that man. And I don't know why, but a part of me didn't believe her. Like, in my gut, I just felt like something was off about Jezebel. So I did some more digging. I'm at 9 minutes and 24 seconds. I'm going to have to do a part 3. I'm so sorry. Story.
Ah, oh my God. Hey. This one, what are we going to call this now? Ah, what are we going to call this now? What? I want to see the comments. This time around, people that were calling her that she's a bad friend. Let me see. See, girl, this story, PMO, you were friends with her for way too long. Like, what? Somebody said you saw the man in the casino but couldn't recognize if that was the husband or not. This person is this is another man. So this is like the second man she's having an affair with, the one that she's aware of. Mind you, the one she's aware of. These are two different co-workers. Are you not following the story? Two different co-workers. People are confused. Say, I thought you met the husband at the night out then. That's a different man. That's a different man. What? This is like the second man. You guys are not following. Are you not understanding the this thing? Somebody said life lesson. If you are trying to help someone out of the mud, you are going to get mud on you. Sometimes the best thing you can do is love them from a distance. And I'm from that school of thought. Love people from afar. It's not a must that you bring everybody close. And you loving them from afar doesn't mean you don't love them enough. No, there are people you are supposed to love from afar I don't know if you guys are getting the point. Love them from afar. What? We need to get to part three, but we have to stop this here. Let's continue this in another video. I don't want it to be overly long because so that you don't get too tiresome or too it doesn't become too cumbersome. Let's see you in the part three. I'll try and upload all of them at the same time or on the same day. Capish? So before you click off, let me show you my outfit of the day. So I'm wearing what I call Aduni Ashoke jacket. So Ashoke is a Yoruba term in my country, Nigeria. No, it's hand woven. So this is hand woven. Everything about this fabric is hand woven. It takes days to make. Hand woven. Hand woven. So this, I'm sure you guys have seen a clip I'm showing. It is available on my website. I have several other outfits on my website as well. Just encourage this growing business of mine. Everything is done in my country, Nigeria. So I ship to the US, I ship to UK, I ship to Germany, I ship to Canada. Anywhere that my country people can get to, just know that I can ship to you. Yes. So please follow the link in the description if you want to buy. I have several other outfits there. They're hand woven. Not all of them are not hand woven, but they're handmade. There are some, adire batik also handmade, lovely, lovely. Just trust me, you're gonna love everything you get. This was done with so much care, with so much love. My mom was telling me that this kind of outfit you wear and hand over to your next of kin. That's how lasting this is because it's hand woven with so much 100% cotton. You will love it. This for the women, the size is different, even the length. Then for the men, it's different. It's actually unisex. Yes, a guy can wear it and a woman can wear it. That's my favorite thing about it. I love this dress so much, and I can't stop talking about it. But of course, there are other stuff you also see on my channel that you get to love. Follow the link in the description. And production for this, the production takes 4 weeks, but other items it takes 14 days. So yeah, it depends on the outfit you're going for. But just know that you are going to be getting what you love. Thank you for appreciating this work of mine. See you.